Record Power also offer an axe jig, and all we need to do is just slide the jig onto the supporting arm. Notice the supporting arm is in the vertical position. That means the wheel will be travelling towards the axe. In terms of the required angles for axes, two different types of axe. You might have a carpenter's axe, and that's the angle of the combined bevel on a carpenter's axe would be somewhere between 25 to 30 degrees. If it's a felling axe or a hunting axe, it's going to need a bit more of a durable angle, so we'd go anywhere between 30 to 40 degrees. This axe here I'm going to sharpen to 40 degrees. I can take a look first of all at the existing edge angle using the angle finding gauge. When I drop this down onto the existing bevels, I can see that that is already at 40 degrees. So I'm just going to set the jig to the existing edge angle. If I wanted to change the angle, so let's say it's 25 degrees and I want to increase it to 40, I can do that using the angle setting jig. So what we need to do is put the axe into the jig. As that's touching the stone, if I needed to higher it or lower it, I can do that with this micro adjustment. And next, I put the heel of the angle setting gauge onto the stone. I've set it to 40 degrees. And now what I'm going to do, put the heel on the stone, and I want to raise or lower the supporting arm until that flat foot becomes parallel with where I want the top bevel to be. And so I know that's going to give me an angle of 40 degrees. So all I'm going to do with my right hand is hold the handle of the axe. All I'm doing is I'm just keeping this axe pushed into the back of the jig. The wheel is coming towards it, and I will rotate the jig, rotate the axe, so I get an even and consistent grind across the shape of the profile of the blade. And all we've got to do now is the opposite side. Same idea. The axe is placed into the jig. I'm holding the handle. Slight downward pressure and a nice consistent sweep. So now let's take a look at the finished grind. What we've now got are two consistent, even ground edge angles on both sides of the axe. Because we've used the angle setting jigs, we know that's 40 degrees.